Hello and welcome! This is the second part on the chapter called The Silver Purpose, part of the Dragonflight campaign. We ended the first part right before starting a quest that sends us into a dungeon, since the video would take longer than an hour. So this is why the chapter has two parts. Before starting this next quest, let's have a brief summary on what happened in the previous video. So we reported in with Alexstrasza, who had some kind of artifact to show us. It was made of the purest silver and it seemed to be pulsing with magic. The aspects asked us to investigate together with Watcher Coronos, who is right here next to us. We would have to travel to Tierhold, which is the seat of power of Keeper Tyr. When we arrived, we inputted the silver scale into some kind of Titan console and received a fragmented message. Next, we were tasked to find more hidden messages. We found 6 more consoles and messages, after which we returned to the console. After inputting the scale again, a spark manifested, which we followed on Coronos' orders. It took us all over Tierhold until the aspects appeared and they were drawn in by the spark's magic. Next, Nosdormu helped us relive the moments where Keeper Tyr left the scale with the aspects as he was leaving on an important mission. Tyr told the aspects they had to safeguard the scale and that its purpose would reveal itself during a time of great peril. The aspects then pondered on how they missed Tyr, and Alexstrasza mentioned how she would love to inform him that the Dragonflights thrive. That basically activated the true intention of the scale, which was to set in motion a sequence of actions through a hologram of Tyr. This hologram sent us to Tyr's forge to reactivate it, but security protocols prevented us from doing so. To reactivate it, we would have to retrieve 2 codes to override the protocol. These were held by maidens, which are basically part of Tyr's, well, whatever you want to call it, statue forces or something. We ended with the quest that would take us into the halls of infusion. So yeah, the quest is called Halls of Infusion, an infusion of materials. We basically read this already on the previous video, but I wanted to start with this quest as well. Okay, here we go. The image of Tyr speaks again. You have reactivated the forge. The next task will not be as simple. Transcribed within the scale are schematics for something I require you to forge. I have entrusted one of my watchers, Iridius, with the necessary materials for this task. They are of special origin, and only few of them are left in existence. Seek Iridius within the halls of infusion, where I hope his careful watch has kept the facility operating in an orderly fashion. Retrieve 10 ancient Titan steel ingots and defeat the primal tsunami in the halls of infusion. Okay, so I'm just gonna sign up for... Oh, I can't sign up for heroic yet, that's too bad. I was going to say I'm going to sign up for normal and heroic so I would get into a dungeon group faster, but yeah, no such luck. So yeah, as you might have noticed, I went over the summary of the previous video quite fast because I'm going to include that at the end of this video as well. So basically, if you want a more comprehensive recap on the first part of the chapter, you can always check out the last, I think, 5 minutes of the previous video. Okay, let's hope that we get into a group quickly. If not, I'm going to cut the waiting part for YouTube. Cut it out. While we are waiting, let's have a look at what the adventure guide has to say on Halls of Infusion. Deep beneath Tierhold lies the Halls of Infusion. Its structure was built upon an ancient wellspring, the waters of which were channeled by Keeper Tyr to feed the life pools of the Red Flight. Now that the Dragon Isles have reawakened, Primalist forces have invaded these halls. Have they come to destroy the facility, or to reveal secrets that Tyr left behind? And there is our dungeon invitation, so it really didn't last too long, or at least the waiting didn't take too long. Let's get going then. Going to try and include some of the adventure guides into this video. I'm gonna have to cut it in. So as you can see, there's also a quest, which is not part of this chapter. And as always, I don't have a poison active. Come to think of it, I'm reusing the wrong finisher. The finishing move.
Too far away.
Avoid the swirlies. Right, you can ignore this one. I do think my pronunciation is off there, so I'm going to repeat myself. You can ignore that quest.
I don't have a target.
Alright. Now as you can see, Watch Your Iridius is actually the first target. We also have to kill the Primal Tsunami, which is the last target. So basically you have to go through the entire dungeon to finish this quest.
I must get closer.
Okay. Seem to be lacking on DPS here.
I need to target something first.
And that noise you might just have heard is actually Watch Your Iridius. The moaning, or whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, he's actually hostile. Now the adventure log will say more on that. Watch Your Iridius. Tasked by Keeper Tyr to protect and maintain the halls of infusion, Watch Your Iridius has performed his duties to perfection. Until now. Caught off guard by the Primalists' incursion, he was overwhelmed by the elemental forces they unleashed. A mistake he does not intend to make again.
More trespassers! I will not allow you through! Not let you through! My sacrifice will keep these halls safe!
Okay, we want to destroy these orbs on top of him.
Too far away.
Go.
I will eliminate you.
Because when you do, his shield will drop.
I require a target.
There we go.
Forgive me. I could not stop them.
And we receive all 10 ancient Titan steel ingots. Forged by the hand of Agramar himself, these ingots were used to create the original keepers on Azeroth. So Agramar, he was part of the Legion, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now do watch your stacks here. If you hit 10, you will die. Instantly. I'm not sure if it's magic, poison. Can I remove poison? I think I can. Now, there's more to be killed.
I must get closer. I need to target something first. I don't have a target.
Alright, all good.
I'm out of range.
Okay, that might hurt. 2 at the end of this hull are actually quite strong. Avoid that swirly. So Zephyr's Call spawns adds.
Too far away.
Okay, now this is the second boss called Gulping Goliath. So this is the adventure guide entry on the Gulping Goliath. Deep within the caverns of the Halls of Infusion lurks the Gulping Goliath. Sire to countless generations of hornswogs, the Goliath and his brood have thrived upon the unprocessed waters of the wellspring. Driven by an insatiable hunger, he will eagerly devour any creature that strays too close to his lair. Now this one will spawn adds when he uses overpowering croak. Try to keep them close to him, because he will use an AoE ability called Gulp. Ouch, that wasn't supposed to happen. Anyway, so as he uses Gulp, he will basically swallow all his minions. It's a bit late for Bloodlust, well.
I must get closer.
Alright. Next we have Kejin the Unyielding.
I'm out of range.
Do watch out for these, their fire breath. Actually, it's not fire breath, it's icy breath. Oceanic breath.
I require a target.
Right. Seems like no one else has skidding, so I'm just gonna take advantage of that. Nearly missed that.
Too far away.
Someone else got it. Refreshing tides is a
I
heal.
need to target something first.
Alright, this is the last pack before the third boss. Alrighty then. So next we have Khajiit the Unyielding. And here is her adventure guide entry. Khajiit the Unyielding seethes with hatred for Keeper Tyr for tampering with the ancient wellspring beneath Tyrhold. Waters that once flowed with the eternal essence of Azeroth have been polluted by Order magic. Khajiit would see the world freed from the malignant legacy of the Titans, at any cost.
We'll build a new world, free from their corruption.
So I'm not sure how long I'll have to explain these mechanics. I'll try to do it. So when she uses Hailstorm, you want to hide behind these blocks of ice, but you need to take the ones that are fully, well, frozen. Like this one has been used now. Oh, and get out of the, well, swirly again. Frozen water when she uses Glacial Surge. So yeah, Glacial Surge spawns more ice blocks. I'm not sure if this will work correctly, but yep.
I must get closer.
Okay, so as I was trying to explain, the ones that are cracked won't protect you.
I don't have a target.
Can stop us.
Only the ones that are fully frozen. Once they have been used, is this okay. Healer isn't going to res him apparently. So yeah, once an ice block has been used or been hit by Hailstorm, it's going to get cracked. I don't quite remember where I put the one to remove Enrage. There it is.
I'm out of range. I must get closer.
Do you not see what that
far
wretched
away.
Tyr has done?
I'm out of range.
Always someone sending a guild invite. Yikes, I got hit by that. So you also want to avoid those, well, swirlies again. I don't know any other way to refer to them. Those whirlpools. Because they will knock you back.
Elemental will cleanse the waters.
and maybe even push you to the side.
I require a target.
Okay. First, let's have a look at the adventure guide entry on the Primal Tsunami. By the way, Infuser Syria is the one we killed right before we went for the Primal Tsunami. Infuser Syria is driven to restore the world to what it once was, a primal elemental landscape of unfettered power. She has used all her will and cunning to summon the Primal Tsunami, an elemental being mighty enough to topple Keeper Tyr's facility and return the waters of the wellspring to their natural state. I'm afraid our last member isn't back yet. I do hope they will wait. Okay, apparently not. We will need his damage though, so we're gonna get an extra phase. If you can kill him fast enough, you won't get an intermission. Seeing as we are missing one player. Close one. Ooh, that's a nice upgrade. Huge upgrade. Okay, and did the other player make it? Yep. So he looted as well, I guess. Yeah, okay. I can leave the party now. Or the group. So yeah, I always try to wait until the last person gets loot as well, because you might get kicked out if everyone leaves. Alright, so we now completed this mission. We picked up 10 ancient Titan Steel ingots and we defeated the Primal Tsunami. So then you can head back to the hologram of Keeper Tyr at the forge. Once you have retrieved the required materials, you will be able to proceed. I trust everything was in order within the halls of infusion and that Iridius is doing well. Now for the next task. Iridius, yeah, he's doing very well. And the next quest is called The Silver Purpose. The Echo of Tyr activates to your presence. Your task is at hand, my friends. Cast the ingots into the fire and activate the forge. I have prepared the necessary procedures for you already. The silver scale holds a schematic. Its purpose shall reveal itself to you. Place the ancient Titan Steel ingots into the forge and finish the tasks Tyr has left behind. And for that we get Memory of Tyr, which grants 2.5k or 2500 reputation with the Valdraken Accord. So that's basically a new level. Or an entire level on the renown tree. Okay, we then approach the forge. We click Ancient Titan Steel Ingots. Okay, next we activate the secondary consoles. And the order in which you do so doesn't matter. So 1 out of 2. And 2 out of 2. And finally we activate the silver scale.
Remarkable. This body looks exactly like the Tyr we knew, though it is but an empty vessel, bereft of the noble spirit that made him such a trusted friend.
Tyr must have known he was going to his doom, so he left behind the silver scale as a catalyst to restore his physical form.
A truth he kept veiled from my perceptions until a time when his wisdom would be needed.
Tyr's allies hid a record of his memories in the depths of Uldaman. But before it could be recovered, agents of the infinite Dragonflight cast the disk into the Time Ways. We must locate that disk, or find another way to restore Tyr. The future of our flights may depend upon it.
It will be done, Queen Alexstrasza. This I vow.
Alrighty then, so he basically prepared an entire, ritual to restore his body, Keeper Tyr, but his soul is not there. So I didn't actually know that these keepers, or these watchers and all of those, have a soul, because they basically look like a statue, animated statue. Yeah. Don't seem to have a personality, so I guess they would have a soul. Still, how would that work? No idea. But yeah, his physical form has been restored. And even though we only used silver, so basically he's made of silver, he does get a cape, which is made of cloth, and all kinds of stuff that are not made of silver. I guess they really didn't want to show him naked. Alright, so last we speak to Alexstrasza at the Tyrhold.
Where there is life, there is hope.
I never thought I would see Keeper Tyr return to us once again. It is good to see my old friend, even in image only.
Safeguard all life.
I cannot find the words to describe our gratitude to you. You have returned our long-lost friend to us. In the absence of any further instructions he left, perhaps we can eventually find out what we must do next to restore his true self, if we can.
Life endures.
And there we go, the silver purpose has been completed. So it gets ticked off under the achievement Friend of the Dragon Isles. Let's speak with Calicos and Osdormu.
This world is full of wonder.
Always full of secrets and mysteries. I'm eager to meet Keeper Tyr again someday. It's astounding such a thing is even possible.
Fly true.
There is only one true timeline.
Being who I am, there is very little in life that surprises me. However, it is a delight when such a thing happens. I am glad to see my old friend in the now, instead of just in memory.
Focus on the now.
And there we go. So, let me just hide this one. I was just thinking of something I was going to show you or tell you, but yeah, I kind of forgot. Oh yeah. So as you can see, Watcher Coronos has disappeared. So I'm guessing he already is on his way to find a way to restore his soul into his body. And by him I mean Keeper Tyr. Or his soul, his body, Keeper Tyr. Alright, so now that we have completed the chapter, let's summarize what we did. Yeah, I kind of forgot something. Okay, so at the start of this chapter we were summoned to the Seat of the Aspects by Alexstrasza to view an artifact. It turns out it was a silver scale made from the purest silver, gifted to the Aspects by Keeper Tyr. He left it in their care when he went for a far and dangerous journey. However, it seemed to be pulsing with magic now. Coronos and our character were tasked with investigating what that was all about. We met up with Coronos at Tyrhold, which is his former seat of power. We inputted the scale into a Titan console and received a fragmented message. Coronos sent us to check out more consoles, which led to 6 more fragmented messages. When we finally inserted the silver scale into the first console again, a spark emerged. Coronos sensed it felt familiar and asked us to follow it. After following it all around Tyrhold and, well, basically dying, the aspects arrived. They sensed the energy all the way from Valdraken and flew in to investigate. Nosdormu helped us to relive the moment where Tyr left and gifted the silver scale to the aspects. Basically, Alexstrasza suspected that, well, viewing that memory again could lead to some new insights. So yeah, the aspects shared that they missed him, and Alexstrasza said that Tyr would be proud to see how dragonkind thrives. These last two words seemed to function as a password, which revealed a hologram of Tyr. I was going to say this one, but yeah, that's not a hologram anymore. That's a physical manifestation. So yeah, this hologram told us that the fact we were seeing this message meant that the world is in grave danger and Tyr would help us despite not being amongst us anymore, whatever that means. We would have to prove that the scale did not fall into the wrong hands by performing a series of tasks. First, we had to reactivate the forge. This was not easy, not as easy as Tyr made it sound, because some lockdown protocols engaged when we tried to interact with the forge. To bypass these protocols, we would have to retrieve security codes from 2 NPCs. They were maidens whom we had to take down because they would not give up the codes otherwise, or on any other way. Next, we had to gather some materials from the halls of infusion. So these were the I'm hoping, yeah, I can't actually check it out anymore. I think they were called Titan steel ingots. Yeah, I think so, Titan steel ingots. If I'm wrong there, I'm going to correct that. So yeah, once we have collected the Titan steel ingots and cleared the halls of infusion, we returned to the hologram of Keeper Tyr. Now I'm forgetting to mention something, but his watcher, Iridius, who was tasked with upholding the halls of infusion. Could have to go to this one. Where is it? Halls of infusion. Yeah, watcher Iridius has actually been attacked already by, I'm guessing, the Infinites. Let me see. No, the Primalists. Sorry. So yeah, he had already been overwhelmed, and he basically thought we were in league with the Primalists and attacked us. So unfortunately we had to take him down, and well, we kinda, well, could you call it, lied to Tyr's hologram? I mean, I'm not sure if you can even interact with hologram. I do think it doesn't really exist, so could you interact with something that doesn't exist? Anyway, yeah, we had to take down Iridius to get the Titan steel ingots. Okay, so next we well, made our way back. Yeah, I just stood here. So we made our way back to the forge, and the hologram of Tyr told us to throw the ingots into the forge. We then activate the consoles and interacted with the silver scale, which basically set wheels into motion, cogs were grinding, and tada! A new physical manifestation of Keeper Tyr was forged. So yeah, all of the aspects, including, well, not only the aspects, but me too, we were all impressed by seeing this before us, this physical manifestation, this construct of Keeper Tyr. And Alexstrasza said that we would have to find a way to restore his soul, his spirit, his noble spirit, into the statue. Unfortunately, as you may have seen in the pre-patch videos, if you haven't seen them and you didn't play the pre-patch, be sure to check out my video on that. The infinite Dragonflight infiltrated Uldaman before he could retrieve his memories. These were stored on discs, and the agents of the infinite Dragonflight tossed them into the Timeways, so they would be lost forever. So yeah, we have no way of, or at least not right now, recovering the spirit or soul of Keeper Tyr and inserting it in the body. So yeah, I'm guessing that will be for next patches. So yeah, let's hope that this will come very soon, because right now we are left with not knowing what happens next. Anyway, with all of my brabbling out of the way, I can tell you that in the next chapter we will, the next video, we will go through the next chapter of the Dragonflight campaign. This one is called In the Halls of Titans. So yeah, until then I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope you will check out this next video as well. See ya!